Greetings to all our EC and EdPlan 2.0 community members all over the world. Welcome to our first ever EC Talk special podcast, The Owner's Night. As your Chief Marketing Officer, here with me is our visionary president, Dr. Ed Cabantog.
Thank you, John. Indeed, we are very excited to welcome all of our viewers and listeners this year, 2021, for our first ever podcast. And we would like to greet each leader and distributors watching here in the country, the Philippines, and our leaders and distributors as well in Asia Pacific, in the Middle East, in some parts of Europe, in African continent. Guys, happy
New Year, everyone!
This 2021 has been a great start for us, John. And we want to celebrate everyone's life for surpassing one of the most unprecedented and challenging year of 2020 due to the pandemic. And we have experienced a lot of challenges, a lot of hardships, and maybe you would like to continue and add on to this, John?
Well, you're right, Doc. 2020 was very challenging for everyone, from volcanic eruptions, different typhoons, and the global pandemic. No one was spared. We were challenged in ways we never imagined. It brought a lot of limitations even in our business.
That's true, John. In fact, we're still in the midst of the pandemic. But if we try to look back for the year that transpired, it has given us so much realizations. And if we think of it on a bigger perspective, coming from different industries, multi-sectoral, some even billion-dollar companies, Fortune 500 multi-million-dollar companies, well-known brands, well-known establishments, well-known stores. They have suffered a lot. Some of them even declared bankruptcies. They've streamlined their expenses and even decided to close down shop. Now, a huge percentage of their branches, and of course, many industries, our industry is not an exception. There are some players within our local industry, MLN Direct Sales Company as well. They really suffered, not only from the company's point of view, but from the distributors' end as well.
Yes, and there were really a lot of uncertainties, Doc. Remember, the first thing we did was to actually call for a meeting of all the department heads of our company to analyze and strategize our plan of action. And after making a sensible decision, we had to keep making changes because of the need for quick adjustments on protocols during the lockdown.
Actually, during those times, what we did in the midst of these challenges here in the Philippines, that we're confronting the hurdles in how to sustain the operations because we were told not to go out. So how can we maintain our operations, communication with the distributors, communication with our suppliers, if we're just staying at home?
That's right.
The fact that airports and ports were shut down. We were not able to import the products that we need, to import the raw materials that we need. We were not able to send products to many parts of Africa, Asia, and Europe, and even the Middle East. So there were product shortages. And looking at that particular perspective for growth, it was bad for us.
It was really bad.
Simply because our growth for offline were challenged, were hampered, and were difficult to sustain because we were told to just stay at home.
That's right, Doc. And there's a lot of limitations, including in our business.
But those challenging times, it showed us how we could rapidly adapt to any given situation, more so with the pandemic. In a matter of days, it's not even weeks. When we heard about the news of this lockdown, we were able to come up with a concept, the Easy Shop online. We were able to come up with partner courier service that would deliver our products door to door, not only in Metro Manila, but the most of the areas in Metro Manila. We were also able to duplicate that in the provinces and even in other parts of the world.
That's right.
And with these quick responses that we have, it's because of the dedication of our staff, the dedication of our supervisors, of the executive level, in the many departments that we have, the management team, the training team, the leaders, and of course the board. We decided to really face this particular challenge on how to continue servicing our distributors.
I agree, Doc. In fact, during the first few days or weeks of the total lockdown, we were not both seen very often by everyone online. And I would like to commend the work and efforts of our Vice President, Georgian Gonzalez and Arnel Limpin, in leading our training team, because their online presence were really constant. They have managed to initiate some programs online. They were very quick to adapt the delivery of trainings, updates, important information, and motivations to our dear distributors from offline to online. But of course, you know, Doc, our leaders are really asking for our presence. What I want them to see today is that behind all of this, there were a lot of sleepless nights that we spent on devising systems and platforms that would enable them to do the business without much disruptions in the middle of all the pressures.
I agree, because the truth of the matter is, during those times, our priority was to reassure our suppliers, to reassure our distributors, to reassure our employees that the business would go on. And as much as you would like to see some action on our end, to be really, really honest, we are not techie people. We're not people who are used to having online presence. That was the reality, and the pandemic was the shock of the world for us. We don't know how to react online,
That's right.
to social media. So what we did is to really call up each other, called our leaders, and even ask them what are they doing for them to continue and move on with their business. That's why we work day and night for our easy online shop here in the Philippines. And what we did, even with our limitations, is that we emphasize on how we could continue moving forward, how we could continue delivering the things we used to deliver before offline, but now shifting it solidly online, delivering the products, delivering online motivation, even prayers. We asked Coach John to do online prayers every day so as to address the need of the people that, hey, we need some prayers in this kind of pandemic. We need the business, but more important than that, we need prayers to guide each and every one of us.
That's right, Doc. With the financial crisis that almost everyone experienced, the reliable payout system of EC and EdPlan 2.0 really helped a lot of our distributors not only to survive, but also to thrive in the middle of all the troubles. And not only that, Doc, it was actually a blessing on our side through a Alive Foundation, with the help of our leaders, to reach out and send some help and donations to the immensely affected people caused by the pandemic.
You mentioned the payout.
That's right.
And the more people are locked down in their homes with nothing to do but to just communicate with their relatives, with their loved ones, or with their business partners online, the payout is very, very significant. And we continued to pay out our distributors on a daily basis. And we would like also to use the platform to thank each and every one, not only our leaders here in the Philippines, our leaders abroad, but also our caring staff in the warehouse, caring staff in the customer service, in the accounting department, in the creative department, even those in our logistics. Because if it's not for them, we were not able to fulfill our deliverables with our distributors. They adapted well, showing that we are resilient even in times of crisis, and there are many opportunities for us to really upgrade and level up our services.